think, obviously everybody is capable of being creative and having a creative side, but I do think that as women, we do tend to um, open our eyes a little bit more, maybe to some out of the box ideas and or thinking when it comes to design, and also taking into account more functionality. Um, and really focusing on functionality of a space. Yeah, I believe so too. We do inherently possess a bit more empathy, and that all kind of blends together to lend itself to, again, the creativity in the design, and going right back again to what I just said about um, the flow of a space and how it moves and the flexibility of a retail space. Um, Historically, women have been the shoppers in the family, whether it be a grocery store or a retail store. Um, Women are usually the ones even going out and buying their husbands their suits and so forth. So, you know, we are very in tune to what makes it a more enjoyable and easy path to purchase. It's very interesting being a woman in any industry, really, when it comes to work, because there are definitely still some gender biases that exist. Many years ago, when I had a young child at home and I was looking for a promotion, I actually had a female boss who questioned me and said, "Oh, but didn't you just call out of work sick yesterday to take care of your child, who was sick?" And it was so shocking to me to have that statement come from a woman, from another woman. But at the end of the day, it was her business that was important to her. And if I was going to have the possibility of missing work due to childcare issues, um, you know, I don't think that's something that she would have brought up with a male that was looking for the same role. Uh, and then, also there was a time in my career where I was working and I, never wanted to say no. So I always took on everything that was handed to me, knowing that I could find a way to get it done, as exhausting as it was. And yet that still wasn't seen as good enough. And a younger male was then brought in to manage my time. It was very disheartening because I knew I was doing my job and I was doing it well. And all of the others around knew that I was doing my job and doing it well. So I felt, very undervalued, just because of the fact that I was a woman. And coincidentally, the male that was brought on to manage my time, I ended up having to do part of his work because he wasn't fully qualified to do it. I do think that a lot of companies are putting a lot more emphasis on women and diversity, equity, and inclusion within the workplace. So I am starting to see a change. I do think that we still have a long way to go. Um, and every once in a while I will attend a conference and I'll look around after, maybe just having a conversation saying, no, women are doing great in the industry. And then I'll go to a conference and I'll look around and I'll be like, there's 25,000 men and 1,000 women here. And, and it's eye-opening to come to that realization that, yes, while we've come far, there are still areas where you don't really see it. The biggest area within retail specifically that I see that I would love to see more growth from women, is on the real estate side of retail and on the construction side. And I do have some pretty amazing women that I know within the industry that are on the construction side, whether it be working for a general contractor directly or whether they're on the construction side for the retailer. But there's still so much more room to grow. And I would love for more women to know that that's an option for them. I don't see them heading up those types of businesses either so much here. Um, I have a lot of great friends in lighting, for example. All of those companies are very male dominant. Um, they will have female sales team,
Yeah.
but as far as the management goes, I have noticed that it is very heavily male oriented.
Yeah.
Yes, with retail, we are faced with deadlines like no other, with fast timelines and so forth. And it is hard and it is a balancing act. Because you also have to take into account on top of your family, on top of your job, self-help, and taking care of yourself and making sure that your needs are met, that you're feeling good, that you're getting enough sleep, and um, all of the things that make it possible for you to be an amazing worker and an amazing parent and partner. Um, so it is definitely a balancing act, but I truly believe that when you love what you do, you find time. Yeah, my word of advice to women in any area is to get involved, to be out there, to network, to find people, whether they be male or female, but find mentors in your industry that you can lean on, that you can call for ideas, to brainstorm, to chat with people who understand your struggles in your industry and what you're going through. And that and take in everything that they have to offer, everything that they have to say. Never stop learning and put yourself out there. Don't just sit behind a desk and focus on the task at hand. Always learn and always be out there and meeting people.